Everyone, wanted to make this quick video. We are in the process of creating the world's largest solar call center. And so what this means and which direction we're headed in with this. So we've got our systems up. We've got call tools set up. We have all the leads that we need. And of course, we're looking for more bodies, but just not any bodies, not just any random individual. We are looking for people who have a personality, who know how to smile as they talk, who know how to work smarter, not harder, and who are also ambitious. Someone that can actually go out and can literally make, in this economy, can make $3, $4, $5,000 a day, not even having to sell anything, right? And so you might be asking yourself, well, what? This almost sounds too good to be true. What exactly is this? So I'm going to take a minute, share my screen here, and give you a breakdown of what this looks like. So, Danny, I hear about this opportunity with the Nomad Virtual Hub, and I want to tap in. Like I know that there's an interview process, and I know you guys aren't just going to hire anybody, but I swear, bro, I got this. I believe that I could be really good at this. I'm good at talking to people. I got a nice voice. I don't sound like a robot. I talk with my hands. I'm exciting. And more importantly, I'm trying to work from home. I want to work on my time and just be paid for what I'm worth. And however, maybe, and I'm just speaking third person, maybe I'm not in a position to work commission only for sales right now. And so we've developed a program called the Virtual Hub that actually allows people to use our technology, use our leads, if you pass a skills test, and if you are willing to work at least 20 to 30 hours a week consistently, trackable on Zoom. We get on Zoom together, we put our headsets on, we turn our microphones off, but the camera's on. So it's like we're all in the office together. And so ask yourself, okay, well, what do I need to do to make 1,800 a week plus commissions? Not 1,800 a month, 1,800 a week. And so what that boils down to is when you're on the phone, we are not cold calling people. We are actually warm calling. We have their information. We have their phone numbers. We have their email. And we know, because we got this information from our source, that this is a solar lead, somebody that has looked into solar in the last 30, 60, 90 days. Sometimes it's as long as 1 to 2 years. However, there is a old goat that taught me, greatest of all time. He taught me that a lead is a lead is a lead, dude. If they're on the phone, their heart's beating and they have a problem and you got the solution, you got to get creative and you got to find a way to recreate a problem, recreate interest, and then secure a time for an advisor to come out. Or if they're busy and they would rather a virtual appointment, how to reset it for virtual, how to set the right expectations to get this homeowner to be curious about, hey, damn, I was thinking about solar. Life did get busy. Oh, and you guys are the largest solar company in the world? Oh, God. Well, yeah, I mean, yeah, we've been thinking about solar. Actually, I've seen a lot more panels going up everywhere. I didn't even really think about solar energy. I used to think the panels were ugly. But now I realize that not only is it the future, it's the now. And so hypothetically, as we're talking to these homeowners, I want you guys to know that everyone in the United States has to go solar. It'd be like if all of us, every human you talk to, was stuck in an apartment paying rent forever. And you were like, dude, you could buy a house. And then after X amount of time, you own that house. And you're going to need somewhere to live anyways. And so you might as well buy a house. And so our vision on solar is, hey, you own a house or you're going to own a house. And that house has electricity. And guess what? Since 1952, the price of electricity has gone up every single year. And some years it's 2%, some years it's 6%, but recently it's been 10, 20, 30, 40% compounding. So that means if it goes up 100%, and it was like 1956, the average electric bill, I'll get back to this, but the average electric bill was $7 a month. And then let's pretend that it went up 100% since then the average electric bill would be $14 a month. And so the way that it is now is most Americans are spending 100, 200, sometimes even above $200 a month, which may seem like, yeah, so what, Danny? But when you really think about what that looks like long term, whether you live there or somebody else does, you're either going to upgrade your house and get rid of that bill, or you're just going to put your head in that in the sand and just say, oh, damn, I didn't even realize that was $2,400 a year. That's a vacation. That's a family vacation. What would it be like if you had an extra $2,400 in your account? What would you go buy? What would you want to do? And so we need to instill this emotion by creating a problem. Anytime they say, yeah, my bill's not bad, it's like $150 a month. I'm like, damn, is it? It's not always like that, is it? That's like $2,000 a year. Oh my God. And how long have you guys been doing that? And just asking little questions. How long have you guys been doing that? $2,000 a year for how long? Well, we've been here 38 years. Damn. So you already spent almost like $100,000 on electricity. Oh, well, no, it hasn't always been like that. Oh, so it's gone up. And so you can trap people in by asking good questions. But what we're trying to do is catch this human. As long as they answer the phone, we're trying to catch this human, briefly introduce ourselves, not seem too salesy, follow the script, follow the process, and then implement something that can, in someone's mind, we're almost kind of trying to brainwash them to be like, oh yeah, oh, the solar, yeah, solar panels, oh yeah. And so we want to make sure we caught them at a good time. We want to, hey, and we want to connect with them and to not only just do business, but to also kind of like inject your personality in there so that they can enjoy talking to you. And because if you're boring, monotonous, and you're not fun, and you're not engaging with what they're saying, and or if you're only trying to solve their problem on the phone, oh well, I'm not interested. What are you not interested in? Like that's not how we handle it. We have a specific strategic strategy. That's too much, but we have a strategy that allows someone to be coached. Every call that you make is recorded. And so if you feel like, dang, I messed up the call, or, oh, that was a good one. I'm glad, like, that was so funny. You should hear what this person said. It records every call. So you can copy and paste that link to myself, to Jordan, to one of the coaches here within the program. And they can literally tell you, hey, here's how you get good. Here's how you could get better. Ooh, bro, girl, you went off the script. Why'd you go off the script? And obviously, just like there's different levels of mastery, you can eventually get off script and kind of make your own swagger to it. But for the most part, you just want to read from the script. That's why we have it. And so this is not in-home sales where you have to master it and be like super psychologically sound and have all the answers. Like you're literally print this shit out, hold it in front of you, read it at night, read it in the morning, read it in the afternoon, and start prompting yourself different questions. You want to be sharp. You don't want to practice your three-pointer when the game starts. You want to practice at nighttime. You want to practice in the morning. You want to practice with your best friend, practice with your dog, practice with your tonality. Don't say, and how much is your electric bill? What's your credit score? You want to be, oh, and real quick, John, do you know if either you or someone on title of your home is like above like 550 or 600 credit score? And like you got, like, it's not cheesy. It's not, I'm telling you, it works. And people will, if you say, John, what's your credit score? Is it above 550 or 600? It's not the same thing. Anytime couples get into fights, they say, well, it's not what you said. It's how you said it. You just came across rude. And so we pick up so much more with communication, with our tonality. And so when we ask questions like this, and I'm just like a quick customer service, and like just do your tonality. I call it my customer service voice. But just get into your zone, have fun. We teach you these skills so that you can be as flexible as an entrepreneur as you want to be. Obviously, we have expectations for production to be able to keep your seat, maintain your seat, and get promoted within the operation. And then possibly, if you are a leader, to be able to possibly train and mentor others. But we have a system, and the beautiful part of this is when you're dialed and when you get your stuff down to a science, you can actually literally go work by the pool. You can go work at your home, at your office. You can go if you won't need to, but if you did have a second job and you had 2 hours in the afternoon, you could just plug in your headphones. You could do it at school. You could do it anywhere that you need to. It populates the information. We have a really nice training on it. But like, this is not rocket science. You have to be diligent. You have to show up. And more importantly, you have to follow our system. And so Jordan, who's the director of this program, he's put together an astronomically effective communication system. We are doing the Zoom calls where we will all get in a chat together. And then we'll mute our microphones, but it'll be like we're in an office. It's pretty sweet. We'll have 15 people, 25 people, 30, 40 people in a Zoom. Some days it'll be 3, some days it'll be 5. And we'll have different rooms available, but mainly we'll just have our main office. And when you're working, you tap into the Zoom, you keep your camera on, you put your headset in, and then you go to work. And then that's how you actually get better. That's how you can immediately receive help. And then if you do need to do what we call a breakout room, where we go hop, let's just say you were like, Danny, I'm feeling stuck, or I need some motivation, or can you show me how to do this? I can teach everybody how to do it. Technically, everyone, as they finish up their calls, we could press pause. We could do a quick training and a recording. But if we have 25 people in a Zoom, we should be able to do at least 5 appointments each a day, which is 125 appointments a day. And then here soon, we will be introducing live transfers. So when someone's like, oh, well, what about this? Or what about that? Or we'd say, hey, stay on the line. I'm actually going to transfer you over to one of our experts right now, as her name's Miss Kelsey. She's phenomenal. You're going to love her. And then you do a real live transfer. And so it's just like press hold. Hey, and then we do the warm introduction. Hey, Mr. John, can you hear me? Kelsey, can you hear me? Hey, Miss Kelsey, I just wanted to introduce you to Mr. John. Mr. John is actually over in Allen, Texas, and he is. Check this out, Kelsey. I asked him. I said, "Hey, John, are you above $100 a month?" And you wouldn't believe this. John said, $100. I'm at 350, and I was like, oh my gosh. And so that's why we got you on the phone. John, meet Kelsey. Kelsey, meet John. Kelsey is one of the top solar advisors in the country. Kelsey, can you hear us well? Very good. Kelsey, I'm just going to let you know, I am going to send you a notification with all of Mr. John's info. But Mr. John, I've enjoyed our time together here. However, Kelsey is she's an expert. She's literally helped hundreds of clients in the Dallas area. She's going to be your main point of contact moving forward. But other than that, God bless you. And we look forward to potentially having you a part of our family. But aside from that, solar is not necessarily a good fit for everyone. But with that being said, God bless you and blah, blah, blah. And then you exit out of that call. And so that will be coming soon. That's our live transfer option. And then, but yeah, we're going to have this opportunity to be able to do things at an extremely high level. We will be quick, we'll be adaptive. That's why we call ourselves the Nomads. But my favorite part about this is what I'm getting into now, because it's all hype, it's all clout and all this bullshit. But people are going to say, you say, hey, show me the money. How do I get paid, Danny? All that stuff sounds good. It makes sense. I can talk to people and I'm willing to follow your system. What do I need to do? How long do I need to work? Do I need a uniform or what? And so I'll answer a few questions. There's no uniform, right? But you do need to be prepared for work. Like I'm dressed all black. I got my nice work boots on. Don't work in your pajamas. You can work in your pajamas, but that shit's gonna affect you. If next thing you know, you might as well be eating a cheeseburger and smoking a blunt, doing whatever you want. You gotta be smart. You gotta be diligent. You gotta be in your office. You gotta be organized. You gotta be intentional. Nobody has ever drifted to a desired destination. You have to be intentional. And so with that being said, I'm going to show you guys how to get paid in the academy and the virtual hub. So this artificial intelligence software dials multiple phone numbers at once. And when somebody answers, it hangs up on the others and it populates their information on a screen. And so it says their name and you're like, hey, is this John? And you're just John? Like, oh, okay, cool. Hey, it's nothing crazy. It's just Dan. It's Dan from Freedom Forever. And then you get on with the script. And so we have a script to follow. And so some people are going to say, oh, who's this? I don't know who this is. What do you want? And then hang up. That's all right. We're not here to be affected emotionally by that. We're literally looking for 5 to 10 appointments a day. Even if you got 2 appointments a day, which you're probably working only like 30 minutes or an hour if you get 2. But if you do that, then at least you're still making $200 or $300 a day, but we're going to break it down. So you get $100 per sit. And that can be virtually or in person. Now you can call all the leads, you can submit a bunch of appointments, but if it doesn't sit down, you ain't getting paid, no one's getting paid, and maybe even messed up the lead. So talking to someone, vibing with them, if you're having good conversations, but you're not tying down the appointment and like closing that deal, you're making a deal. Hey, look, you have an opportunity to sit down with one of our advisors, and it will actually technically hurt, not financially, but it'll hurt you in terms of an opportunity and like an ego if you're setting 8 appointments and only 3 of them sit down. You want a better show rate than that. Not everyone's going to be perfect. I can set 10 appointments in 2 or 3 hours and then maybe only half of them sit. That's cool, but it's nice to have 5 sits a day, but you want the highest show rate. You want to tie it down. You want to, all right, hey, any other reason other than an earthquake or World War III that you wouldn't be able to make it? Because Miss Kelsey, she's super busy and you are going to be home tomorrow, or you do want us to give you a call back tonight at 5. Okay, perfect. This is going to be the phone number it calls from, blah, blah, blah. So $100 per sit. And so the value of this is we have call center agents who are doing 5 or 6 sits a day right now. So that would be $500 per day. And then guess what? That's 5 sits, $100 per sit, right? And then out of those 5 sits, come on, like solar makes a ton of sense. However, not everyone's going to say yes. We are very skilled. We're good at what we do. It has to sit down, first of all. But yeah, 5 sits, right? So 5 sits equals, right? 5 sits equals $500. But our team, let's just say 5 sits and we do 2 days of this. So we total 10 sets. Our team is closing on the low end, 20%, on the high end, 40%, and sometimes it's even higher than that. But I'm just trying to be realistic for you guys. I'm not trying to blow smoke up your ass at this point. So 10 sets. So instead of 2, not 4, let's call it 3. So 3 sales, right? 3 sales equals, so the first sale is $1,000. The second sale is $1,500, and the third sale there on fourth sale and the fifth sale is $2,000 each. And so let's say you get 5 sits in 2 days. That's going to be 3 sales. So not only are you getting 10 sits, right? Which is how many dollars times 100. So you already made $1,000, 2 days, baby. 2 days. This is guaranteed pay, baby. This doesn't matter whether it closes or not. You're getting this $1,000. Okay. And then on top of that, because solar is a very lucrative, easy product, you are making your first sale, which is $1,000. Okay. Second sale, which is $1,500, and your third sale is $2,000. So in 2 days of work, and I'm not blowing smoke, this is all contractually obligated. In 2 sales or 2 days, you made, and I promise y'all, 5 sits is more than doable. You don't have to be a rocket science. If you're not that good at your craft and your tonality, then just get better. Give it 2 months, give it a month, give it a week, give it a few weeks. The more you get coached, the better you'll get. I promise you, someone will coach you, whether it's myself, Jordan, or one of the other mentors in the academy. So look at this. So $1,000 in 2 days, guaranteed pay. First of all, that's freaking phenomenal. But like I say, solar's lucrative. We are the nomads. This is the hub. We created something that is so lucrative and it's legit. Like, this is contracts. This is not some multi-level marketing bullshit. This is legit. So 3 sales, you've made, let's see, $3,500, $4,500, and this is now $5,500 total payout. In how many days? What? In 2 days, you made $5,500 cash. Keep that in mind, y'all. Now, one might ask, well, when do I get paid out, right? Well, obviously, this is construction sales, so it has to go to the roof, go to install, and then pay out. No one gets paid. The closer doesn't get paid, the company doesn't get paid, and the setter doesn't get paid until it installs. However, there are this part right here. This pay gets sent out every single week. And so you don't have to wait until install on that. So that, again, my friend, is a beautiful, beautiful thing. So 10 sets, as soon as it sits down, it locks it in, and you're under your name as a sit. Has to be a qualified sit. You have to get the right info. You have to follow our system. It has to be a qualified lead, right? And we have a training on that. It's very simple. You can't just say, yeah, I got 3. Dude, they got to sit down. It has to actually be a homeowner. They actually have to want to look into solar, etc. So, but you're getting paid. So you're getting paid up front, and then you're also getting paid these commissions and bonuses on the back end, right? And so this is the lucrative side. And I'm not talking about a week, $5,500 a week. Yeah, that's nice. I'm talking about 2 days of pay. And realistically, you can get 5 sits in 2 hours, 3 hours, 1 hour, 5 hours. But even if you had to just frick around and wait a whole 8-hour shift, and then, oh my God, you had to go to bed, and then you had to wake up again and do a whole nother 8-hour shift, like a 9 to 5, right? If you had to do that, and then at the end, you walked away with $5,500, are you happy? Is that better than maybe what you're doing now? Do you see a future in this? And do you have to be an expert? Oh, no. Well, do you have to show your face? Oh, no, you don't. And so are you responsible for clocking in and clocking out? No. We do have a KPI reporting system. KPI stands for Key Performance Indicator. So we track your stats. You submit a report at the end of each day saying, hey, here's what I produced, here's how my day was, here's my top 3 calls, etc. And so we have something in place to help you get better. But this is the most lucrative thing in the solar industry right now. And then maybe 1 out of 5 or 1 out of 10 appointments that you set, if you do want to begin to learn the in-home side, or learning all the technology of helping a homeowner make the decision to switch, we can teach you that. But at least for your first 30 days, as you really get acclimated and not just get your first 5 sales, but as you really get good at this, then you have the ability to grow and to scale. And so this is why we love this industry. Again, we are not looking for warm bodies. We're not just looking for someone that wants to try it out part-time. It's like, we're looking for someone that's like, fuck, excuse my language, but that's an opportunity. If that's put in writing, if you'll put that in writing, I'm a savage. I will go get it. I will work my ass off. I may be bad at the beginning for my first week, my first hour, for my first day, but I pick up on stuff quick. I'm a fast learner. And so you guys have to ask yourself, what is it that you want? How much income do you want to produce? And do you want to be average? Do you want a C plus? Do you want a B? Or do you want to be an A? Do you want to ace this? And so there's no joking when it comes to this. Like, we're dead ass. We're a data company. We literally collect data from everyone every single day. So there's no like guesswork. Like, you'll know in your first week if that you won't even be allowed into the program until you go through an education. And then more importantly, you actually have a chance to get some practice done, to do some role play. And what is role play, Danny? A role play is basically being able to be able to have that fake conversation where you get on Zoom with me and you say hello, and then I'll be the homeowner, and then you be the homeowner, and then I'll be the homeowner, and then you be the homeowner, and we just make shit up as we go. Sometimes, hey, who's this? Who's this? Oh, is this telemarketing? And like you obvious, you got to be sharp. You got to be on your toes. You got to be able to have fun. And the beauty of this, you don't have to show up to an office. You don't have a boss breathing down your neck. You do need to perform, though. We have expectations. The software ain't free. You don't even have to pay for the leads. We pay for the leads. And so we do have a program where you can literally insert it. And after you submit this info on a form, it shoots the homeowner an information confirming their appointment time. It'll shoot them an email and a text. And then 24 hours before their appointment, it'll shoot them another text. And then an hour before the appointment, it'll shoot them a text again. And so we are in the process of continuously evolving the system. iPhones are phenomenal, but guess what? They get updates all the time. So we do update things. We do always work better systems in. And even if you lowball the numbers, and let's pretend that, yes, like, God forbid, I'm gonna just say this lightheartedly because I'm in sales, I have fun. But let's just say you suck and you get, let's do the occasion. Let's pretend you freaking suck. And I apologize for being crazy, but this is let's pretend you suck. Let's do some different numbers. You get 1 freaking sit per day, which is I'm embarrassed if you get 1 sit a day. But let's pretend that you're motivated, you want to work your ass off, but you're just struggling. That's okay. 1 sit per day. You may get 3 appointments or 2 appointments, but let's say you only one of them sits a day. So 1 sit per day. First of all, that's $600 a week, right? Because we typically are trying to work Monday through Saturday, just for a few hours, as long as you need to, I guess, as long as you're performing. Let's say $600 a week, right? Not bad to begin with, right? I mean, $600 a week, it'll pay the bills, it'll supplement some income. Maybe you're doing this as a side hustle to get started, or you're trying to see how legit this opportunity is, blah, blah, blah. Let's pretend you suck and you do 1 sit per day. right? 2 appointments, and then one of them cancels and they just don't freaking show up. Whatever. I skip on barber's appointments, dentist appointments. Shit happens sometimes. I got busy. Oops, I forgot. And so regardless, it happens. So let's say 1 sit per day, which is 600 a week, right? And then that's 2,400 a month, right? Not bad. However, we're talking about these sales commissions. So check this out. So 1 sit per day is 30 sits per month. Okay, not bad. And then remember, we don't close every one, but let's say we close not even 1 out of 3. Let's pretend 1 out of 4. And like that sucks. Let's do 1 out of 5. Let's play worst case scenario. Not 1 out of 5 leads, 1 out of 5 sits, finally closes, right? So 1 out of 6 closes. Okay. So that means 5 sales for the month. So you made $2,400 guaranteed. Not bad, right? But 5 sales for the month. Uh-oh, how much did we get paid on our first sale? So now we're at what? $3,400. And then what? We make more on our second sale. Dang, okay, a slow week. But look, now we're at $5,900 for the month. And then, oh, it gets better. Look, third sale for the month is $7,900. Fourth sale for the month, now we're at $9,900. Oops. Y'all can tell I love my job. I love my career. This is fun for me. And then guess what? The fifth one is 2,000 as well, which is now $11,900 in your first month. And you suck. I'm just playing. But and then so who knows? Let's do a little bit of math. Let's pretend you sucked for your first year and you only did this. Tough life, right? $11,900 times 12. $142,800 a year. Not a bad start. Most people in America never even make over $100,000 a year. And this is sucking. This is really, we wouldn't even let you perform this low. I make it seem super easy. It is easy if you follow the system. If you're hard-headed like I was, it took me really long to get good at sales and solar and communications. I was always a people's person, but I never wanted to be told what to do. I never followed any programs. And more importantly, I was too much of an idiot to go to someone every day, to find someone every day and say, hey, I want to get really good at this. I really want to get good at this. You can get good. People get good at video games and it doesn't make them any money. People get good at doing their makeup, but that doesn't make you any money. And so you don't need no man. You don't need no other side hustle. You don't even really need a freaking job. 142 grand it's not a lot of money, but it's enough money. And this, like I'm telling y'all, this is not a smoke show. People lie, but numbers don't. And so you have to understand, what is this? Is anyone even having success with this? Yes, we have a whole call center already active and ready. But like, more importantly, like, damn, well, if she can do it and if he can do it, and I get to work from home and no one's going to tell me when to clock in and when to clock out, this is freaking sick. And so we have an opportunity, y'all. And I promise you, everyone that we talk with wants to do this. Everyone does. Do I have to knock doors? No. Who the hell said you have to knock doors when you're in solar? If you want to knock doors, I still knock doors. That's phenomenal. You get to meet people. Guess where the panels go? On their freaking house. And guess what? Even if a call center sets a lead, I got to show up to the house anyways, knock on their door. Maybe the husband answers the phone, but the wife set up the appointment. So I'm still knocking doors. And so the good news is We're not in 1942 or anymore. If it's, oh, well, when I was in solar, I had to knock doors all day, every day in the summer heat, 8 hours a day. It's like, fuck, well, that must suck. It's like, that's not that you don't have to do that anymore. If you want to, that's good. But what I recommend doing, right, is full-time call center, full-time. The hub is phenomenal. And if you want to get good at in-person sales, start doing some door-to-door. Start shadowing some in-home appointments. And I promise you, you'll find this ain't that hard. This ain't like, dude, I can know how to knock a door. You just have to get good at talking to people, being slick, having a pitch, having a way to set this up, right? And so, and then the beautiful side, what you guys may not know yet, is my favorite part right here, is live transfers, which I went over earlier. So it's like, if you have a lead, like, we're not trying to schedule an appointment. Let's get this guy on the phone with Danny right now. Let me three-way him in. That's coming. And then more importantly, like, you're going to get so good at this. Like, I promise you, like, we have trainings that go over the script. You don't have to guess. You don't have to practice and try and fail. Like, we're going to teach you what to say, how to say it. If they say this, then you say this. It's not sales. Well, I don't like being pushy. I don't want to be a salesperson. Dude, that's a pathetic life to live, because you're either doing the selling or you're being sold. We live in a world of sell or be sold, and you have to make decisions. We are not in the old economy that our grandparents and our parents live in. You better become different. You better become a savage, and you better take control of your time, because no one's going to do it for you. And the worst thing you could ever do is leave it up to chance, leave it up to you. Oh, my husband makes good money, or my wife makes all the money, and I just get to do this or that. It's like, dude, make your own bread. Even if you guys are good financially, pick this up as not a side hustle, but a serious gig. And then understand that this could literally be an investment portfolio. You could put this 142 grand into a bank account or into one of our asset funds that help grow money. We do investing. And let's say you made 10% on that. Let's say you basically, just for easy math, let's pretend you had your bills taken care of and you made 142 grand in a year. And then you put this into a trading account, which, like, I'll go into another time. Let's pretend you put into some bullshit stock or 401k, right? Then, and you made 10 I'm not going to get into the crazy math and hype up that, but let's say you got 10% a year. We have multiple assets that are doing 5 to 10, 15% a month. If it was a month, you'd be making 14 grand a month on top of what you already have now. Or let's pretend that it just did 10% a year, whatever, 10% return. And this is under the assumption you don't need this money, but you still want to work hard because you want to set money aside. So it's easy to meet your needs. If you're a single bachelor or a girl, you could maybe you make 10 grand in your month and you're like, I'm going to Cabo, and that's fine. However, bring your computer, because you can call. I have literally dozens of friends and people. We have nomads in the call center right now that are living all over the country and that literally travel the world, and they just work from their computer. This is not some gig where it's like some make-believe bullshit where, well, how many of my friends do I need to bring in? None. You work for yourself. You just don't have to work by yourself, right? And so this is not like, oh, dude, and then you recruit your friends and then they can do it too and you make money on them. No, that's not how it works. You literally come in, you become a savage, you take over your life, you take control. And then even if you are actively, there's another way to work with the nomads called hometown heroes, right? So even if you do want to go do in-person appointments or maybe set yourself appointments to go in and to close deals down the road, you have that ability. But let's pretend we wake up. Hopefully you're not an asshole when you wake up before 9 a.m. or 10 a.m. and you're after it. You're sharp. Let's pretend you wake up at 6. You go to the gym. You eat breakfast. You plan your day. You get organized. Your outfits are laid out. You're clean. You showered. You eat good food. You feel clean. You feel like, damn, like I'm on an uptick in life, right? So with that being said, I want to instill this from 9 a.m. Central Time, or Mountain Time, or West Coast Time, whatever it is. Think about this, y'all. What time is it in Florida? If it's 9 a.m. here, it's already 10 a.m. over there. It's business time. People are up, they're out, they're moving, they're taking calls. People take calls at 10 a.m. People do it. People take calls at 9 a.m. And so wherever you live, we have leads in California, we have leads in Florida, we have leads in Texas, we have leads in each different time zone. And so you can theoretically, let's say you were in Florida and it was 6 p.m. and you're like, 7 p.m. Let's pretend you just had some weird thing and you didn't want to call people after 7, whatever. Like I would, but let's pretend you didn't. Then you can call on the West Coast. You can call California leads, for example. And if you're a Florida-based call center and you just didn't want to call the Florida leads, you can have the opportunity to call California leads because it's only 4 o'clock over there. And so you can begin to piece this together. But what I was mentioning about Hometown Hero, aka working in person, you live in Dallas, you want to run leads in Dallas, you want to set leads in Dallas, you want to work from home, etc. How that works, you could call, you wake up, you go to the gym, you get organized, maybe 10 a.m. You hop on the computer, you join the Zoom call, and you're working, right? And then you work from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m., just a 3-hour shift, nothing crazy. And then you work, and then you go take a walk, you go out to lunch, you go have a mimosa with your girlfriends and all this shit. And then you come back and you've already put 3 hours in. I promise you could at least get one appointment an hour. So that's already three appointments, which is $300, right? And then you can then go knock doors in the afternoon and learn, double down on your skills that way. Or if you're like, oh my God, it's cloudy, I just want to stay in today, no problem. Stay in the comfort of your home, hit your PM shift of working 3 hours in the PM. And maybe you stop at 1 o'clock. You take a mental health break from 1 to 4, 1 to 3 o'clock. You take a 2-hour break. You go out to lunch. You go shop. You go run errands, and then you come back at 4 o'clock and you do 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock, all the way to 6 o'clock, and now it's 7 o'clock, and you're done for the day. And so that's freaking a 6-hour shift, which is not even a regular 9 to 5, and you're literally printing money. I want you guys, this is not some scheme bullshit. Like, you have to be so serious with yourself, because there is technically a way that you could come in, suck, not get coaching, not perform, get nervous, and then not work. And then you're like, Danny, I don't know if this is for me. It's like, whatever, dude. You've already sold. I can't tell you anything. You've already sold yourself that you're quitting after a week. It's like being overweight, trying to join the gym, and then going to your personal trainer and say, hey, I tried this gym thing for 2 weeks now, and I'm not rich. I'm not in shape yet. Well, I don't know if this is for me. And it's like, dude, well, you get it. Obviously, I've coached individuals before, right? I can only want it as bad as you want it for yourself. I can't force you to do something like that. But if you are willing to commit, not to me, don't commit shit to me, commit to yourself an opportunity to do something special, tap in, join our community, and do something special. I promise you, you will be blown away. You will be absolutely blown away. The greatest opportunity and the greatest people to join this call center are yet to come. It's not me. It's not the people that are there. People will come in and will do 10 and 20 appointments in a day by themselves. Think about same day pay with that. And if you get 20 appointments in a day, on average, you're getting 7 sales a day, which give or take is 10 to maybe $10,000 a day, give or take, like lowball it. And so with that being said, this is not rocket science. I do want you guys to be diligent. And if you ever want some additional resources, learn from us. Be careful of what you see online, but there is some really good content out there. I call it YouTube University. You can go look at other appointment setters on YouTube. You can learn the game. You can learn this. You can become really good at it, even if you don't have a large voice. And like you're like, oh, I don't know, I've never done anything like this. I'm kind of quiet and timid and shy. That's some bullshit identity you assign to yourself. You can literally become whoever you want. And more importantly, Tony Robbins says anyone can learn anything if it's important enough to them. And so I challenge you guys today, before you ever take a moment to say, do I want to do this? Do I want to commit? Don't ever commit to me. Commit to yourself, because this opportunity is real. We have students in the program that you can already talk to. And then more importantly, this is something that literally is less than a 9 to 5. We're not going to stop you if you wanted to dial 10 hours a day. You will literally have fuck you money. And excuse my language, I just cursed. It's like being in the military. I'm not in the military, but like, it's just like it's an intensity thing. My mentors have bled on me. And so anyways, this is a moment, like, look yourself in the mirror. Think about your voice. When no one's around and you're just by yourself, like, get on Zoom and talk to yourself. I know it sounds super crazy, but I'm talking to myself on Zoom right now. You have to find a way to express an identity and form a way to communicate, whether it's with yourself or with others. And it's a skill. And sometimes that you can be bad at things. I'm bad at unicycling, rollerblading. I'm bad at a lot of things. But I promise you, you can get good at anything that you want to if it's important enough to you. And so if you make the commitment to apply and to get an interview with Mr. Jordan, text me and just text me these words and say, Danny, I watched the video and I want to join the Nomad virtual hub. And I'm dead ass serious. I want to commit X amount of hours to a week to it. And my goal for my first 30 days is to make X amount of dollars. If you do that, I will personally vouch for you. And I'm dead ass will literally make this for you. My favorite part about this technology is you're not dialing. You're not pressing 985-373. Hello? Oh, they didn't answer. 985. We're not doing that. That's the old school way of doing it. We're using artificial intelligence to dial multiple phone numbers at once of people that we know their names, we know their phone numbers, we know their addresses, and they've already looked into solar before. So we're not bothering people. Even if we do, who cares? Dude, I get bothered all the time. I get bothered with notifications. I get bothered with ads on Instagram. Who cares? You're either going to get paid or you're not. You're either selling or you're not. Don't tell yourself you're not a salesperson. You've been in sales your whole life. You want something, you go get it. Same thing with homeowners. So be intentional, be serious, and commit. And other than that, I love talking, I love rambling, but this is a serious opportunity. Text me if you're serious about your life and you want to do this. But aside from that, contracts will be sent out, assuming you make it through the interview. This is a blessing. This is something we're pioneering. The Nomads is going. They're already the #1 dealership for the fastest growing sales organization in the country, right? And so we not only will be #1 in the world, but I'm telling you, we're going to pioneer something that's never been done before. We will be the largest call center in the United States by the end of this year. Let's go. Enjoy. You guys are special. Just have fun with it. Business is not that serious. Life is not that serious. Have fun at work. Like, nobody said that it had to be that serious, dude. Have fun. Get excited. If you can't get excited about your life, who's going to do it for you? Have fun. Reach out to me and just be willing to give yourself a chance. Take a risk. The biggest risk in life is not taking any of them. So enjoy your day. God bless you. And I look forward to chatting with you soon. Text me what I said. Watch this. Send it to a friend. I don't care. Adios, y'all. Peace.